Hello, good morning students. Welcome to the class of science. Today students, we were doing the chapter periodic classification of the elements. Why we classify the elements? To make the study easy. Till now students, at the present time 118 elements are discovered. It is not easy to study the properties of each element. So the scientists try to classify them in various groups, like to make their studies very easy. In this series, we first discuss the laws of the Dobner triads, and second in this series was scientist Newland's law of octave. These two theories did not last for a long time. Now next in this race was a scientist Mendeleev. He gave the periodic table, which is known as Mendeleev periodic table. It is also very useful step in the modern periodic table. It was little bit successful in telling the classification of the elements. What Mendeleev did, he studied the physical and chemical properties of the elements and their atomic masses. In chemical properties, he studied the oxides and hydrides of the elements. Why he took oxides and hydrides? Because oxygen and hydrogen are very reactive, they are very easily available, and they readily form compounds with the elements. They are very much reactive. So according to these studies about the elements, which were 63 in number, at that time he gave the classification according to the law. He gave the law for the classification that the physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic masses. Right? We use the word periodic. Periodic means the properties of the elements. After some elements, it is the repetition of the properties of the other element. Like lithium, after many elements came the sodium, which has same properties, chemical properties at that of the lithium. He gave the name vertical columns were these groups and the horizontal rows were periods, right? Here he has written because he made these groups according to the oxides and hydrides, right? Here he has wrote oxides and hydrides. Where is R? What is R? R is the element. R is the element. O is for oxide and H is for hydride. He also told about the empty spaces. He left empty spaces for the elements yet to be discovered. Right, student? It was a very big achievement of the Mendeleev that he left empty spaces. You can see here in the Mendeleev periodic table, in which the elements are arranged according to their increasing atomic masses and the similar properties. Now, he named these empty spaces as eka boron, eka aluminium and eka silicon. He also told actually the noble gases were not discovered at that time, but he said according to his periodic table, if the noble gases will be discovered afterwards, they will be adjusted in the separate group without disturbing the existing groups. So these were the big achievements of the Mendeleev periodic table, in which he arranged the elements according to their increasing atomic masses and the similar chemical and physical properties. Students, whenever there is a law and there is a new discovery, there are certain limitations also. What were the limitations of the Mendeleev periodic table? The position of hydrogen was not proper. It was not properly explained because hydrogen is put in the alkali metals, but it also resembles the halogens, right? So it was not at the proper position. It was not clear the position of the hydrogen. Next is the position of isotopes was also not mentioned in this periodic table. And the third was somewhere there was wrong order of atomic masses, right? But the Mendeleev said that where the order is not correct about the atomic masses, but the chemical properties of those elements are similar. So these were all the achievements and the limitations of the Mendeleev's periodic table, in which he arranged the elements according to the increasing atomic masses, but also with the similar physical and chemical properties. This is all about the Mendeleev's periodic table, where he also left the places for the elements which were not discovered, which were yet to be discovered. It was very much successful step towards the classification of elements, but there were certain limitations, so it did not last for a very long time. After that, the other scientists gave the modern periodic table, which is at present discussed in all the syllabus, which is valid today. So we will discuss that periodic table, modern periodic table, in the next class. That's all for the today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you.